Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your Vedic Astrology coach, Rajat Kapoor, and welcome to my channel, The Legit Astrologer. In my channel, I make videos on Vedic Astrology. I talk about transits and how these transits have an impact on all 12 ascendant signs. Today is an exciting video because this is about one of the most prominent and important transits of the month of September and October. This is the transit of Venus in the sign of Libra. In case you're new to my channel, please subscribe, hit the bell icon. In case you like this video, please share this with your friends. If you wish to book a personalized consultation with me, you can check out the link to my website and also the process of reaching out to me. So Venus finally is moving out of its debilitation sign of Virgo. Venus has been going debilitated, not only debilitated, but it has been under the affliction of Ketu and also the fourth aspect of Mars. Finally, Venus is going to move out of the sign of Virgo and enter its Mool Trikon sign of Libra on 18th of September. And Venus is going to stay in the sign of Libra till 13th of October. Now the year 2024 till now has been particularly difficult for most people when it comes to work related matters, professional matters, particularly in the last couple of months as Saturn and Sun came into the opposition, and this opposition got intense on 8th of September. So a lot of people might have been facing authority issues, issues with their leaders, issues with their bosses or the people that they work with, or if they work with the government, there could be issues with the government because both Saturn and Sun were extremely strong. And these are some of the things which I have mentioned in one of my previous videos as well, which was with regards to this opposition. So this year is particularly difficult. Now there is a respite, there is a ray of light that is coming. Venus is going to be pretty strong in the sign of Libra, which is its Mool Trikon sign. This means Venus is at its office space. It is at work. Venus holds great importance in this yuga or the phase that we live in because it represents relationship, interaction with other people, all kinds of interaction in this world. When it comes to those people who are opposite to us, Venus rules or governs all of that. It represents love, harmony, abundance, luxury. It represents all the comfortable things in our life, all the things that we do or use that makes our life easy, that makes our task simple and convenient. Convenience is the key word associated to Venus, and this is something which we all like to have. Venus also governs all the practical, mundane knowledge, that kind of knowledge which is very relevant, very useful for your day-to-day work, your professional endeavor, or the kind of job or business that you do. Venus is the ruler of marketplace. It is the natural ruler of the sign of Taurus and the sign of Libra. Libra represents marketplace. So there could be some breakthrough developments as far as the overall market is concerned. Also with regards to law and order. So that is likely to improve over the next few weeks. Venus rules the natural sign of Taurus. Therefore, from a wealth point of view, from accumulation point of view, our savings, family, our consumption, what we eat, what we consume, at a general level, Venus plays a very important role there. In all matters of wealth, luxury, abundance, this is the most important planet. Everyone wants to have the Venus Dasha in their life, those 20 years long period. However, each Dasha is mixed as far as results are concerned, but this is something which everyone wants to have one point in time in their life. Now this particularly is a very exciting transit because the natural second house lord and seventh house lord Venus is moving in its Mool Trikon sign of Libra. At a natural sense, this is the house which Venus rules, and at the same time Venus is the significator or the Karaka for the natural seventh house of the zodiac belt. So Venus is particularly strong. Moreover, there is no affliction that Venus has by the virtue of aspect or conjunction. Last few weeks has been particularly difficult, challenging as far as wealth related matters are concerned, as far as the interaction with other people are concerned, rise of conflicts, rise of aggression, lack of harmony in life, and all of that is going to improve in the coming weeks. There would be abundance, there would be material comfort, there would be harmony, people will be very much focused in terms of being very grateful about the relationship that they have, and a sense of respect towards other people that is likely to increase over this time. This is the natural second house lord and the seventh house lord in the natural seventh house, which is forming a nice yoga which supports harmony, which supports businesses to thrive, which supports growth opportunity, and it also fosters communication. Venus is going to be aspecting the sign of Aries by its 7th aspect of desire. Venus during this transit desires personal transformation. As far as your overall grooming is concerned, your body is concerned, taking care of that and making sure that you are well presentable, and at the same time you have a sense of eloquence in your personality, and this is something which you could build. At a mundane level, Venus rules all the kind of knowledge which is very practical in nature, because Venus is the Daitya Guru, it is the Guru of Rakshasas, it is the Guru of the demons, but at the same time Venus represents all the practical knowledge. So an excellent time to pick up a course or a skill which could really help you in your day-to-day work or at your job or the kind of business that you do. So we would witness a rise in the marketplace, very positive momentum as far as the overall market is concerned, businesses are concerned, and love is going to blossom. Venus from a nakshatra point of view is going to be in Chitra nakshatra till 23rd of September, which is ruled by Mars. During this time, wherever the sign of Capricorn falls in your chart is likely to demonstrate positive results. On 23rd of September, Venus will enter Swati nakshatra, and this is where Venus is going to stay in this nakshatra till 4th of October. This is ruled by Rahu, and during this time, wherever the sign of Taurus falls in your chart is likely to demonstrate positive results. And on 4th of October, Venus will enter Vishakha nakshatra, which is ruled by Jupiter, and during this phase, wherever the sign of Cancer is placed in your chart is likely to demonstrate positive results, because these signs are where these nakshatra lords get exalted. So be prepared for this exciting transit, and now I'm going to talk about how Venus's transit in the sign of Libra is going to have an impact on all 12 ascendant signs or the moon signs. At the physical level, you must read this transit from the ascendant sign. At the mental level, you can also read this transit from the moon sign. Let us start with Aries ascendants. For Aries ascendants, Venus becomes the 2nd house lord and the 7th house lord. So there are two things which Venus rules in your chart: your family and your relationship. So as far as the overall family matters are concerned, the relationship with your spouse, Venus plays a very important role in your life. It rules your wealth, anything that you accumulate, your savings, your consumption, this is where you consume, your speech, and also the 7th lord of businesses, those people who are opposite to you. This house is interesting because it represents love and also any kind of conflict, because it is Jaya Bhava. So here is what we see: love and also war at the same time. It is not really about harmony, but it is also about opposition. This Venus is making a transit in your 7th house itself, in the sign of Libra, in its Mool Trikon sign, and is going to be very strong for the next few days. So this is where you would need to put your focus back and your energy back in your relationship with those people who are opposite to you. It is an opportunity transit for those people who are looking out to set up a new venture, new business opportunity, or new investment opportunities as well, because you will take some key decisions as far as your finances are concerned and where you would like to invest your time, your energy, and your finances in. So this is an opportunity time for you, which you will not get for the next 1 year or so. Venus is said to be the Karaka or the significator of the 7th house. So from that aspect, it has a very strong disposition. It is not under any malefic influence at this point in time. So therefore, it is likely to bring in harmony for those people who are looking forward to getting into a new relationship, marriage prospects. Things could move on. If there was some delay, if there was some obstruction which was there, that is likely to remove during this time, and your life is likely to get back on track as far as abundance related matters are concerned. There could also be an opportunity for people to make a purchase of some luxury items or some machines or those things that make your work or life easy or convenient. So you could maybe spend some time in terms of buying some new equipments or appliances for your house. This is also a decision that you're likely to take in the next few weeks. Venus is going to be aspecting your ascendant or the 1st house by its 7th aspect of desire. Venus desires transformation as far as your overall personality is concerned. You start improving your way, your ability to interact with others, bring a sense of eloquence in your personality. There is a greater sense or focus of your own grooming that Venus demands during this time. So make sure that you're well presentable and be very conscious of, let's say, what you wear, how you carry yourself, how you present yourself in front of other people. See, it's not about external appearance, but it is about being smart and being intelligent, because this is the kind of opportunity which you have that can improve your personality, that can help you talk well, and at the same time what you talk, you will make sense out of it. So this is an opportunity time for you. Now, one of the things you have to be mindful of is any kind of indulgence, any kind of extravagance, because Venus at the same time is likely to make you be impulsive as far as your decisions of buying is concerned, as far as your decision of purchasing is concerned. So make sure that you have a balanced approach as far as your finances are concerned. Any sort of indulgence or extravagance could have its own detrimental effects on you. So make sure you take care of your diet, what you consume, what you eat. Otherwise, you could have some digestive issues. So this is something which you have to take care during this time. Overall, it's an exciting and a good transit for you, and I wish you the very best. Let us now talk about Taurus ascendants. For Taurus ascendants, Venus is an important planet because it's your Lagna Lord. It is the Lord of the ascendant. It also rules your 6th house. So Lord of yourself, your body, your vitality, your overall immunity, who you are, your personality, your inner strength, your physical strength. This is what Venus represents. Also your intelligence and your knowledge. This is the 6th Lord of daily routines, deaths and diseases, things that you do on a day-to-day basis, your opposition, your competition, enemies. So Venus is making a transit in the 6th house of Libra in its Mool Trikon sign from 18th of September till 13th of October. During this time, Venus is in the 6th house. 6th house placement for Venus is considered to be Maran Karak. So there are two things that are happening during this time. So firstly, Venus might struggle during this transit as far as its placement is concerned, because if it goes Maran Karak, it is losing its significance. What does Venus signify or represent? It represents love, harmony, abundance, your interaction with other people, your relationship with other people, the sense of abundance, your sense of security and inner peace and happiness, and also your personality. So some of these significations are getting lost during this time. So you will have to put in extra efforts as far as your relationship is concerned, as far as dealing with things on a day-to-day basis are concerned. Secondly, this is also creating a Viparita Yoga in transit, because Venus is your 6th Lord along with your Lagna Lord, and 6th Lord making a transit in the 6th house itself is creating a Viparita Yoga during this time. So things could go adverse. Eventually you will rise. There could be some challenges in the first few days of this transit, but eventually you will rise. One of the things that you must do during this time is to learn something. Pick up a course, pick up a skill, because Venus represents mundane knowledge, and this is an opportunity for you to enhance your intelligence, to learn more and become a good thinker, and at the same time that should help you in your job or your day-to-day work which you do, because this Venus is also creating a Dhimanta Yoga. So let's look at the positive aspects of this transit. You will have to put in a lot more efforts as far as doing anything is concerned. Most importantly, you have to protect your relationship. You have to also take care of your health during this time. There could be some hospital visit, there could be some minor health issues that you could have during this time. This could be related to your immunity, it could be related to your digestion. Take care of your gut, eat clean and eat healthy during this time. Increase a lot of green leafy vegetables in your diet during this time. If you could give or do some charity towards women and let's say female children, stationery related items or things related to education, this could be pretty good for you, because this Venus is aspecting your 12th house by its 7th aspect of desire. So Venus desires you to give, to donate. Also focus on getting a good night's sleep, at least 8 hours of sleep, and that is something which you would need to fix during this time. So this is one of the opportunities for you. Things could be a bit challenging as far as the kind of efforts that you were to put during this transit in order for you to sail through, and for that I wish you the very best. Now let us talk about Gemini ascendants. For Gemini ascendants, Venus is the most important planet because it is the only Yoga Karaka planet. It is your 5th Lord and the 12th Lord. Venus rules future, children, all creative pursuits. This is also the house where we see progression from, because this is where the king sits, and it is also the house of corruption. So anything that is to do with future It is to do with progress and a positional success. Fifth house matters a lot. We also see love from the fifth house. Venus also rules your 12th house. 12th house of expenditure, losses of higher self-consciousness. There are multiple meanings as far as 12th house is concerned, and most importantly, this is the house which makes a person very well aware. This is where your ability to give, your ability to donate, your ability to help others is seen. This is the higher level of consciousness. This house has unlimited potential. Now this Lord is making a transit in your fifth house of the future itself, in its Mool Trikon sign of Libra. This is an opportunity that you have and you get once a year, because from a transit perspective, it is quite a strong transit. Now Venus has been debilitated, it has been going through your fourth house. However, it was afflicted by Ketu. That was the cause of concern, which would have made you uncomfortable, which would have made you, come out of your comfort zone, and of course disrupted your daily life, your comfort at home. But this time, you need to look forward to this transit, because it is an excellent time as far as future related pursuits are concerned, for you to set your goals, for you to think about your future. And at the same time, if your Dasha Antardasha is supportive, this transit could give you positional success, growth, and it is also forming a very powerful Dhan Yoga during this time. So you could have some sort of support as far as your income is concerned, as far as your wealth is concerned. You're also likely to make some financial decisions during this time, which could be in the best long-term interest for you. So if you're looking forward to making any investments, any saving, look for long-term options that you could have. Harmony would increase if you have children. Your relationship towards children, your focus towards children is going to improve during this time. So this is also a key message of this transit. Now, one of the things that you must do is use any mantra related to Venus or its deity. You could use a Lakshmi mantra, Durga, Shakti. You could do a sadhana related to any of the female deity. This could be potentially beneficial for you, because it's your fifth lord making a transit in the fifth house itself. Now, Venus during this transit is aspecting your 11th house by its 7th aspect of desire. Venus desires income, Venus desires gains of all kind, because this is where we see gains, we see material comfort. Venus also desires cordial relationship with your friends. It desires you to influence and expand your network and do certain things which you could create a mass level following during this time, in case your Dasha Antardasha is supportive. So from an income point of view, wealth point of view, it is quite a progressive transit. Those who are expecting any kind of recognition, increment, promotion, or even a job change, this could be a potentially favorable time in case your Dasha Antardasha is supportive. One of the things that you have to be mindful of is to avoid any extravagance, avoid any indulgence or overindulgence during this time. This could cause severe troubles as far as stomach related matters are concerned. Make sure that you eat healthy, you exercise right, and at the same time you have a wonderful day. And for this, I wish you the very best. May you have a blessed transit of Venus. Now let us talk about Cancer ascendants. For Cancer ascendants, Venus becomes the 4th lord and the 11th lord. The lord of satisfaction, Sukha Bhava, your peace at home, your homeland, mother, and the 11th lord of gains, of external comfort, convenience, your friends. We also see purpose of birth from the 11th house, because that is the house of fulfillment. So once you fulfill everything that you were to do in life, that is what the purpose is all about. So Venus is an important planet for you, because it rules one Kendra house, which represents your inner peace, which represents happiness in life. And happiness is something all of us desire. This Venus is making a transit in the 4th house itself, in its Mool Trikon sign of Libra. It is quite a powerful transit for you, because firstly, Venus is in great dignity. It is in its Mool Trikon sign of Libra. In 4th house, Venus gains directional strength, or is Digbali. So there are blessings of the Devata during this time. So from a disposition point of view, from a position point of view, it is quite a powerful transit for you. Results would depend on the kind of Dasha Antardasha that is happening during this time. But this Venus is going to improve a sense of comfort at your home. Health of your mother is going to improve if you had some issues. You will have inner peace. You will have solitude in your life. You will focus a lot on mindfulness and things that make you feel happy, things that make you feel content. You will have a very differentiated approach in your life. You will start to value relationships, you will start to value other people, particularly your spouse, and you would like to do those things that increase your mental awareness, or it helps you become mentally strong, and at the same time you will worry less about other things, which is a good thing to do, because towards the end self-care is healthcare. We have to focus a lot on ourselves. So this is a rejuvenating transit for you. You will make some key decisions. You might decide to take a break, you might go on a journey, you might travel, or you might do things that help you connect with the nature, that help you connect with the motherland, that helps you become more self-aware, and that helps you reduce the levels of stress. And when the levels of stress are reduced, our decision making power, our decision making capability increases, because we are very well aware of the surroundings, we are very well aware of the consequences, we are very well aware of the good things that could happen as well, because this is where our potential would increase. So you have an opportunity to increase your potential. This Venus, by its 7th aspect, is aspecting your 10th house of karma, your profession, your actions in this world, in this society, and what you were to do, your work. So Venus desires transformation, Venus desires a sense of harmony at your workplace. This 4 and 10 axis, 4 is all about your environment at home, at work, and 10th is about workplace success, progress. So Venus desires you to improve relationship with your peers, with your colleagues, with people who you work with, and take advantage of that situation so that you could get benefited. So if in case you're looking forward to a change of job, change of workplace, or a change of project or a change of role, this could be a potentially favorable time for you to get something new that could be of your interest, that could benefit you. You would have like a sense of satisfaction as far as the work is concerned. So this is the kind of opportunity which you have during this time. Okay, one of the remedies that you could do is you can keep a white flower plant at your home, indoors, or even in the terrace or the balcony. The other remedy for you is to declutter your house. Declutter your house, make sure it is clean, tidy, do it yourself, and give away those things that you don't need during this time. At the same time, you could declutter and keep your workplace clean and tidy as well, because that will matter quite a lot during this time. And overall, it's quite a good transit for you, and I wish you the very best. Now let us talk about Leo Ascendants and what's happening with Leo Ascendants as far as Venus's transit in the sign of Libra is concerned. For Leo, Venus is an important planet, more of a neutral graha. It's your third lord of change, valor, communication. We see younger siblings from this house. We see the kind of efforts that you put in anything that you do. It is a house of growth, it is a house of change, because it is one of the Upachaya bhavas. And we also see desires from the third house, because this is the first Kama Trikon. So your desires, and that also includes lust. Venus also rules your 10th house of profession, your actions in the society, the work that you do, things that you do on a day-to-day basis to survive yourself and your loved ones in this world. This is the house of progress. This is one of the important houses, because from a success point of view, right? Because it's called the Rajya Bhavas. 5th house and 10th house are two Rajya Bhavas. So in order to succeed in life, in order to progress well in life, 10th house and the 10th lord plays a very important role, because this determines the kind of work opportunities that you will have, and also links your talent, your inner talent and capabilities as well. So this Venus is making a transit in the third house in the sign of Libra, which is its Mool Trikon sign. So for a good reason, it is also a Viparita Yoga in transit. Things could go adverse, eventually you will rise. Now third house Venus's placement is not considered to be most auspicious, because firstly it's a natural benefic, and natural benefic does struggle in the third house because it increases your sense of desire. And if desires increase, people are likely to take some incorrect decisions or some unnecessary steps that are against ethics. So you're likely to take some steps that could be unethical. So this is something which you have to take care of and be mindful of during this time. See, your communication is going to improve, because Venus at least is in strength in its mool trikona sign of Libra. If it was some other sign, then Venus would have struggled during this time. So that's the staving grace which is there. Your 3 and 9 axis is pretty much active during this time, because Venus is in the 3rd house. It's your 10th lord in the 3rd house, which indicates change. As far as work is concerned, there could be a new project, new assignment. Initially, you could struggle. Initially, you might be a little bit uncomfortable, or there could be some change at your workplace which will make you feel restless, which will make you feel uncomfortable. You would need to put in a lot more efforts as far as your job is concerned, as far as your work is concerned. If you're looking forward to making a change, this could be a favorable time depending on your dasha antardasha, because change is indicated, but you will have to put in a lot more efforts. You will have to be very creative if you were to cope up with this change. So maybe the resume that you have or your curriculum vitae, you need to change it. You need to make it more relevant. You need to be very creative in your approach when it comes to interacting with others. So make sure you practice before an interview. Make sure that you rehearse. Make sure that you're well prepared for anything that you do as far as work related matters are concerned. Your 3 and 9 axis is pretty active because Venus is aspecting your 9th house by its 7th aspect of desire, which indicates a start of a journey. So you could take a long distance travel. If this travel is for spiritual purpose, this will bring in a sense of reflection and rejuvenation in your life, which will make you be more self-aware. But Bhagya is supportive because Venus desires Bhagya, it desires fortune. Take blessings of your father. Any message or any learning or any encouragement from your father could play a very important role during this time. If not, you could take blessings of your guru, your mentor, Upadesha from guru. Okay. This could be potentially favorable for you because this will help you channelize your decisions in the right manner, and of course look at all aspects before deciding as far as your future is concerned. So make sure that you do it. Start of a journey also means that you're starting something new. The initial first few days could be particularly challenging, but as and when time would progress, things are likely to improve as far as work is concerned. So one of the things that you must do during this time is to use anything that is to do with your hands. So journal, write, maybe cook, exercise, work out in the gym, do gardening, artwork, anything artistic during this time could potentially reduce your level of stress. So make sure that you use your hands for anything that you do during this time. If not, put all your energy in journaling, penning down your goals. This will support you during this time in order to make sure that you plan for your future. Make sure that you put your thoughts in words that could help you manage your levels of stress during this time. Overall, it's a mixed transit for you, and I wish you the very best. Now let us talk about Virgo Ascendants and what's happening with Virgo Ascendants as far as Venus's transit is concerned. For Virgo, Venus is an important planet when it comes to wealth related matters because it's your 2nd lord and your 9th lord. So it rules 2 Lakshmi bhavas. Venus rules wealth, anything that you accumulate, your family, your speech. This is the house of consumption. So anything we eat, we consume, we see from this house. This also represents storage. This is your speech and how soft or of course aggressive you are with other people, the kind of tone that you have, the kind of speech that you have with regards to other people. Venus also rules your 9th house, so it's your Bhagyesha. It plays a very important role. It is the lord of fortune. It is the lord of journeys, long distance travel, father or father figure. We see lineage, dharma from this house. So this lord becomes one of the most important planets. This Venus is making a transit in your 2nd house in its mool trikona sign of Libra itself. 2nd house lord, 9th house lord making a transit in the 2nd house is a natural Dhan Yoga in transit. So if you're looking for creating opportunities for wealth, this is the perfect time. You will not get this opportunity for the next 1 year. From a relationship point of view, Venus's transit in the 2nd house is not considered good because it increases your desire and you're likely to go multifold or you're likely to have multiple relationships. So this could be detrimental to your stable relationship. Okay, so this is something which you have to be mindful of, right? Because you might have the tendency of shifting from one relationship to the other. So this is something where you have to be cautious of during this time. It is certainly a wealth yoga. So if you are to be creating a secondary source of income, this is a potentially favorable time for you to make some calls, maybe start a side hustle, something that you've been thinking of for a long time. This is one period where you could start depending on your ongoing dasha antardasha and how it is supportive for you during this time. One of the things that you would transform is your eating habits, and this is also a remedy for you. So if you fix your eating, what you consume, what you intake, you could have potential gains during this time. Otherwise, this could have a detrimental effect on your health and overall well-being if you continue to indulge yourself in all kinds of food. Make sure you consume sour foods during this time, yogurt, lemon. This would channelize this Venus in the right direction. This Venus is aspecting your 8th house by its 7th aspect of desire. Venus desires transformation. Venus desires you to change. Venus desires and helps you to cope up with this change during this time. And this is the kind of message that this transit has during this time. So be prepared with some sudden kind of change and how you would be able to cope up with that change during this time. Okay, because this is what the aspect of desire for Venus is. Now, if you were to learn and do some research, learn some hidden knowledge, hidden subjects such as astrology, Vedic sciences, occult, tarot, this could be a potentially favorable time to pick up and learn some of these aspects or some of these subjects because the transit is favorable. If you were to have some inheritance related decisions, this could be a potentially favorable time for you to get some inheritance, or if some paperwork was stuck during this time. Overall, it's quite a positive transit. Make sure that you do a lot of financial management during this time, and for that I wish you the very best. Now let us talk about Libra ascendants. For Libra ascendants, Venus is the first lord and the 8th lord. It is your Lagna lord, lord of the ascendant, therefore it is an important planet. It is the ruler of self, your body, your personality, your vitality, immunity, your physical strength, your inner intelligence, and the kind of knowledge that you have and who you really are. It helps you create a sense of balance in life. Venus also rules your 8th house of transformation, of Ayush, longevity, sudden changes, sudden ups and downs, research related subjects, other languages, other cultures, people from across the seas, places that are across the seas, and deep transformation, and transformation that happens in a sudden manner. So Venus rules all of that for you. This Venus is making a transit in your 1st house in the Mool Trikon sign of Libra. So please welcome your Lord of the Ascendant in your 1st house itself. This is an opportunity transit that you get only once a year. Depending on your Dasha, Antadasha, this is quite a transformational transit. So firstly, your 8th Lord coming in the Ascendant wants transformation, wants you to change for better. And it will increase your resilience to deal with sudden and also unnecessary or irrelevant changes in your life. But you will be able to face those changes in a very strong manner. You will be mentally and physically strong during this time. So you will gain strength, start working out, start exercising, because this is quite supportive for you, because you will have inner mental strength and it will help you increase your external strength, which is related to your body. Venus is your ascendant lord, and making a transit in your ascendant itself is going to help you improve your personality, bringing a sense of eloquence in who you are. You will start becoming conscious about what you carry, what you wear, the kind of accessories that you have, how you interact with other people, because your 1/7 axis is pretty active during this time. So relationship focus will be there. Your focus and your energies would spend a lot in terms of building and maintaining relationships, which is a good thing. Your intelligence is going to increase, so make sure that you pick up a skill or take up a course that could help you learn and enhance more practical ways of working, which could be related to your job, your business, it could be related to technology. This could help you get some benefits as far as your work is concerned. This Venus is aspecting your 7th house, the sign of Aries, by its 7th aspect of desire. Venus desires harmony in your life, foster relationship, the kind of differences that you might have had with your partner. This is the time for it to improve, and it's a forward looking transit as far as relationship is concerned. Those people who've been looking forward to getting into a relationship or prospects of marriage, this could be a potentially favorable time depending on your ongoing Dasha Antadasha. If you were to start a new business, the market is favorable, the Dasha is favorable, the transit will support you in terms of establishing this new business, or for you to take some key decisions that could be related to your existing business, the changes or expansion or any altercations that could be there with regards to partnership or business opportunities. Now, one thing that you have to be mindful of is keep your ego aside, because you could develop an attitude which is more of a know-it-all, that I know all, I have a lot of knowledge. So make sure that you practice humility, make sure that you stay grounded during this time. This is the only advice or the remedy that I can give you during this time, and overall it's quite a forward looking and a good transit for you. For that, I wish you the very best. Let us now talk about Scorpio ascendants. For Scorpio ascendants, Venus is the 7th lord and the 12th lord. Venus plays a very important role as far as relationship matters are concerned. Venus is the 7th lord of marriage, relationship, partnership, harmony, those people who are opposite to you. Venus also rules the 12th house, which is the house of higher self-consciousness. This is the house of unlimited potential. This is the house of sleep or bed comforts. It is the house of losses and your expenditure, your ability to give, your ability to help others. This Venus is making a transit in your 12th house itself in its Mool Trikon sign of Libra. Now, 12th house Venus is generally not bad, because this is the natural house where Venus gets exalted. But your 7th house lord moving in the 12th house, it could have some karmic repercussions as far as relationship matters are concerned. So, one thing that you have to be mindful of is to protect your relationship and avoid any unnecessary quarrels. Maintain harmony in your relationship. So, this is going to be the focus of the hour during this time. It is also a Viparita Yoga in transit, because it's your 12th lord making a transit with 12th house. Situation can go adverse. Eventually, you will rise during this transit. One very simple remedy for you is, since 12th house represents feet, Venus is making a transit. Start worshipping Vishnu during this time. Use the mantra Om Vishnave Nama during this time. You will be benefited, because this is what Lakshmi does. She worships Vishnu and it represents feet of Vishnu. So make sure that you keep your feet clean and tidy. Maintain hygiene as far as your feet are concerned. This is a potential remedy for you. Now you will start focusing on your self-awareness. You need to increase your self-awareness, more so to improve your relationship, not your work, but either your relationship, your business partnership, or the kind of business that you have. The more self-aware you become during this transit, this will help you create a sense of harmony in your life. This is going to be the focus of the hour. Your sleep is going to improve during this time, because Venus is benefic, a natural benefic, and this will help you fix your sleep. And if your sleep is fixed, you will be energized all through the day. This Venus is aspecting your 6th house by 7th aspect of desire. Venus desires you to fix your daily routine, the things that you do on a day-to-day basis. It also desires that kind of transformation there. It desires you to increase your intelligence. It wants you to face any challenge or any obstacle in that manner. And it wants you to fix your sleep and take care of your gut. Take care of what you eat, what you consume, because that is linked to your gut. Make sure that you avoid any such digestive issues by taking care of your diet and your sleep during this time. See, 12th house Venus is again not bad, because it will help you be more self-aware. It will help you put conscious focus on your relationship to bring a sense of harmony, so that in next transit you can welcome Venus in your Lagna, in your ascendant, focus a lot on your overall personality. For now, it's a mixed transit for you. Viparita Yoga, things will go adverse. Eventually, you will rise during this transit, and for that, I wish you the very best. Now, let us talk about Sagittarius ascendants. What's happening with Sagittarius ascendants as far as Venus's transit in the sign of Libra is concerned? For Sagittarius, Venus is a potent malefic. For all Jupiter ruled ascendants, Venus is a potent malefic. For all the Venus ruled ascendants, Jupiter is the potent malefic, because Venus rules your 6th house and the 11th house. 6th house of daily routines, competition, deaths and diseases. It represents enemies. 11th house represents gains, but at the same time it represents bigger enemies, because it is 6th from the 6th house. It is the house of gains, it is the house of your wider friends, also the enemies, also the opposition that you will have, your sense of fulfillment in this life. This Venus, for a change, is making a transit in the 11th house itself in its Mool Trikon sign of Libra. I have always mentioned, any planet making a transit in the 11th house is considered good. If it's a benefic, it's good. If it's a malefic, it's great. If it is making a transit in its own on Mool Trikona sign, it is the best. It is quite an ideal position to be. So, as far as any obstacles related to your work are concerned, if you had some quarrels, if you had some arguments, if you had some issues related to other people, related to authority, that is likely to come down during the next phase. So, Venus will be extremely supportive as far as work related matters are concerned, which is related to your job. We see job from the 6th house as well, to continue the momentum. So, you can have gains, you can have some material comfort during this time. It is quite a strong Venus in the 11th house and free from any malefic influence during this time. So, if you have been looking forward to get any kind of recognition, any kind of acknowledgement, appreciation, award, this could be a potentially favorable time. Also, there could also be an increase in your income because this is a natural Dhan Yoga in transit. So, this could be one time where you could make some breakthrough decisions for your day-to-day life and how you would like to live your day-to-day life. This is quite interesting. There would be opposition. There has been opposition in the past. Now is the time when you will be able to overcome, when you will be able to face this opposition and emerge out in a comfortable manner during this time. One of the key messages, because Venus is aspecting your 5th house by its 7th aspect of desire, your relationship with your children needs to improve. There has to be focus in case you have children. You need to be future focused during this time because this is something which Venus desires. In case you wish to have gains, start penning down your goals. Start writing down those things that you're grateful for, and at the same time those things which you need to do on a day-to-day basis in order to fix a lot of things in your life that are going on during this time. So, this is an opportunity transit for you. This could bring progress, this could bring success, this could bring material comfort and living in luxuries during this time in case your Dasha Antardasha is supportive. So, make sure that you get the most of this opportunity. Any mantras that you use, now mantras would depend on your ongoing Dasha Antardasha, and of course, from a whole horoscope placement, what planet needs direction or strength or the ability to channelize and removing any obstacles. But any mantras that you use during this time, you are likely to have benefit both at the mental and also at the physical level because your 5-11 axis is pretty much active and we see mantras from the 5th house. Overall, it's a great transit for you and I wish you the very best. Now let us talk about Capricorn Ascendants. For Capricorn Ascendants, Venus is a Yoga Karaka planet. It is one of the most important planets because it's your 5th Lord and your 10th Lord. So it rules 2 Rajya Bhavas, 2 Bhavas where we see kingdom, where we see progress from. It is your 5th Lord, so it becomes the most important planet because it's the most important Trikona house that represents future. And if you were to be future focused, people go to astrologers to know their future, to be very well prepared as far as future pursuits are concerned. And if this Lord is in strength, you are always very well prepared as far as your future is concerned. That is something which is sorted. Venus also rules children, creativity, it rules wealth opportunities, it rules the sense of progress, it also represents corruption. And it is also your 10th Lord of karma, your actions in the society, the work that you do, things that you do on a day-to-day basis to survive and sustain in this world. It rules work, profession, your job, or anything that you do as far as work-related matters are concerned. Now, this Venus is making a transit in your 10th house itself, in the Mool Trikona sign of Libra. 10th house has many Karakas or significators. Venus is also one of them. Venus represents relationship at work. Venus represents your interaction with other people at work. From a position point of view, it's a weak position for Venus because Venus gains directional strength in the 4th house. So, here it is losing direction. But contrary, it is in its Mool Trikona sign of Libra, so there is certain support which Venus has. So, in order to make your work life successful, in order to make your future successful, you will have to put in 5 times more the effort during this time. So, this is something which you have to be mindful of. It's not a bad transit for you, but if you were to improve or be successful at work, you will have to put in conscious efforts to improve your relationship. How you will do that? By making sure that whoever you are interacting with, you are leaving a good impression, a good first impression on them. So be very conscious of your first few minutes of interaction with other people, and this is how you can have some benefits as far as your work related opportunities are concerned. This is the kind of message that Venus is giving you. Your interaction with people needs to be future focused. It is not only about resolving the current conflicts, but it is about making sure that your future opportunities or your ability to gains and have some sort of progress are dependent on the current level of interaction and how you deal with that situation during this time. Venus is aspecting your 4th house by its 7th aspect of desire. So it desires a sense of comfort, it desires a sense of satisfaction, happiness in your life. Practice mindfulness, practice meditation, yoga, sadhana to get inner peace during this time. This is also an opportunity for you. Relationship with your mother is likely to improve during this time. You're also likely to pick up some hobbies or those things which can make you feel happy, that make you feel content during this time. This is also an opportunity for you. Another remedy for you is to declutter your house. Make sure you clean it yourself. Make sure you remove all those things that you don't need. Give it away. Donate to other people. Help other people during this time. From work related point of view, it is exciting, but at the same time make sure that you'll have to put in a lot more efforts if you were to fix your future. And that is the opportunity which you have, and for that I wish you the very best. Now let's talk about Aquarius Ascendants. What's happening with Aquarius Ascendants as far as Venus's transit in the sign of Libra is concerned. For Aquarius, Venus is a Yoga Karaka. It rules your 4th house and your 9th house. One Kendra house and one Trikonal house. Venus is the Yoga Karaka, or the most important planet for Aquarius Ascendants. It's the lord of your satisfaction, your happiness, inner peace, your comfortable space where you feel most protected, where you feel most happy. It represents your mother, your homeland, your happy space. It is also your 9th lord of fortune, Bhagya. It becomes your Bhagyesha, or lord of fortune. It rules long distance travel, long journeys, spiritual growth, higher learning, spiritual learning, okay, your dharma, your father. This Venus is making a transit in your 9th house itself in its Mool Trikon sign of Libra. One opportunity that you're getting in about an year. You will not get this opportunity for the next 1 year, because this indicates the start of journey. And Venus is pretty strongly disposed, forming a beautiful yoga, because 4th lord making a transit in the 9th house is Raj Yoga in transit. 9th lord in the 9th house is supportive of fortune. So whatever you take, whatever you do, your decisions, fortune is favoring that. Your comfort space is favoring those decisions. So it has to be in the best interest of yourself. So your decision making will be good. Anything that you start or you initiate, because your 3 and 9 axis is pretty active during this time, it could bring a sense of benefit. It could bring a sense of satisfaction in your life. It could be your hobby, it could be your interest, or a new line of work during this time. It is journey. So you could take a long distance journey, you can go on a journey or a travel, that depends on your ongoing dasha, antardasha, or you could start a new work. Venus is aspecting your 3rd house by its 7th aspect of desire. Venus desires you to improve your communication with others. Your efforts are going to show results during this time. You will be change ready. This is also the time for you to get Guru Upadesha, blessings or message or guidance from your mentor. It could also be from your father during this time. So you will see an improvement of relationship. You will see a sense of connection with your father during this time. And for that, it's quite an important transit. You need to be the protector of your dharma. This is the most important message and a remedy for you. Practice your dharma, protect your dharma, spread positive messages related to your dharma or whoever you believe in. You're going to become more dharmic during this time. You're going to become more spiritual. And this is for your growth, because it is going to bring a sense of satisfaction, bring a sense of mental peace. Last few weeks, few months have been particularly challenging, but this is the time for you to relax and bring a sense of peace in your life, balance in your life, and harmony in your life. And for that, I wish you the very best. Now let us talk about Pisces Ascendants. For Pisces Ascendants, Venus is a potent malefic. It's your 3rd lord and the 8th lord. So from a lordship perspective, it is not considered a good planet for Pisces Ascendants, but still it remains a natural benefic. 3rd lord of efforts, your valor, courage, younger siblings, your communication, change, growth, things that you do using your hands, particularly your right hand, that represents the third house. Your eighth lord of Ayush, longevity, sudden ups and downs, sudden changes in life, places that are across the sea, people who are from different cultures, different background, any sort of suddenness in life and deep level transformation. This Venus is making a transit in your 8th house itself in its Mool Trikon sign of Libra. Now Venus is a natural benefic, so a natural benefic and particularly Venus does not do bad in the 8th house. It does well from an Ayush point of view because Venus is the only planet that attained the knowledge of Mrit Sanjeevani by the blessings of Lord Shiva, by the guidance of Lord Shiva. And with that aspect, Venus does pretty well because it is able to channelize those energies appropriately. This is also a Viparita Yoga in transit because your 8th Lord is in the 8th house. Situation could go adverse. This transit will start with a lot of mental agony, with a lot of stress and restlessness. Eventually, you will rise and become more strong, become more well aware of your surroundings. In case you work with people from different cultures, different backgrounds, this could be a potentially favorable time. In case those people who wish to settle abroad, move outside of their homeland and get a PR or a permanent residence or a citizenship, this could be a potentially favorable time for the paperwork to progress. This Venus is aspecting your 2nd house by its 7th aspect of desire. Venus desires you to fix your consumption, what you eat, what you consume. That needs a change. It desires financial management. It desires care and compassion towards the family. Your focus and energy needs to be towards your family and what you consume, what you eat during this time to avoid any health issues because there could be minor health issues during this time, during this transit. Eventually you will rise. It's not a totally bad transit for you. You must understand this. It is going to make you change ready. Your 3rd Lord is making a transit in the 8th house. So it is going to make you change ready. It is going to increase your resilience so that you're prepared for each and every circumstances in your life. If you were to improve this transit, look up to your Lagna Lord Jupiter and try to strengthen your Jupiter. That will help channelize this Venus in an appropriate direction. You have to fix your food, what you consume. So the remedy for you is make sure that you consume healthy, include yogurt in your daily diet during this time. That's a potential remedy for you. From a mantra perspective, of course, the chart needs to be seen. You would likely to increase the level of awareness as far as hidden subjects are concerned. So if you wish to learn astrology, Jyotish, occult, any of the hidden sciences, any of the ancient sciences, this is an opportunity for you to pick up this knowledge, to be immersed in this ocean of knowledge. Okay, and from that perspective, it's quite a positive opportunity transit for you. Overall, it could bring in some challenges, but at the same time, new renewed opportunities as well. As far as your future is concerned, as far as your level of resilience is concerned, it is going to make you more strong and financially aware. Make sure you do a lot of financial management during this time. It is an opportunity for you to accumulate some savings, and for that, I wish you the very best. So friends, this was about Venus's transit in its Mool Trikon sign of Libra and its impact on all 12 ascendant signs. I hope and believe Venus's transit brings a sense of abundance, eloquence, most importantly, love and harmony in our relationships, and fosters partnerships and businesses of all kind, help us all grow, be very self-aware of, and increase positive interactions in this world. Thank you very much. God bless you all.